let's go on to the items. First up, we got lethality.
Okay, Stormrazor's
items.
broken.
No, we're talking about lethality items.
AD Assassins blow ass now. Don't play them. Are Anthony's notes?
Why are you reading my notes?
Because it was funny. I just remember. I'm not in the Google Doc. Am I in the Google Doc? No, I just remembered it because it was funny.
Honestly, Assassins. Really
I also
like
don't want Assassins back, except Kane. What?
Assassins feel like they suck now. Or like AD Assassins feel like they suck now. Like
AP Assassins are still really good. Echo.
Yeah. The only AD Assassin that feels good to me at all is Rengar, and that's just because Rengar can kill one champion for free.
Are you talking about laners?
Huh? No, well,
no. I think Assassin Kane is really good.
Yeah, but he's...
Well, I mean, like, okay, like every single assassin, if they pick 2 tanks, 2 bruisers, you're not gonna be having a good time on an assassin, right? But like, if they pick 3 squishies, AD Kane feels insane. There are a lot of games where like my Kane damage is just feels like exactly like my Echo damage, where like I'm in a bush 2 buttons later. Like a U-moves instead of a proto belt. So like 3 buttons later, I've 100 to 0'd somebody, and they haven't even touched me. They couldn't react. So like Kane, if you can get the lead, feels nuts. Rengar feels really good because he's stupid.
Rengar's real good at turning off squishy champions.
Rengar's also really good at being able to jump outside of a bush when he walk out of the bush for like 3 minutes and just hold on to the lead.
That today. Oh my god,
dude, I hate it so much and I abuse it every time I pick Rengar.
So they added, or they split up, or was it what's it called, Nightblade or whatever? Duskblade. They split up Duskblade into 2 different items basically.
Umbral Glaive and Duskblade.
So Umbral Glaive's the one with the warding, the warding.
And Duskblade does the other part.
But it has the on hit, and they up the damage on Duskblade, so Duskblade is like the definitive assassin starting.
Yo,
item,
it does a lot of damage.
It's a lot of damage, but all the other assassin items.
It's one of the reasons
nothing.
Senna's insane.
You talking about Umbral Glaive?
No, I'm talking about AD Senna.
Duskblade? I don't know. I don't feel like lethality Senna's all that amazing without tier.
No, you go tier and then Duskblade, but you do a lot of damage. You also, well, on that build, you take Dark Harvest, and your ult gives you like insane Dark Harvest procs. Anyway, it's a whole thing. But I don't know. I do think Kane feels really good, although Kane is really feast or famine. Like if I don't get ahead on Kane, I'm like, oh, this is gonna be a long one, fellas. Like strap in.
18-minute transformation. Let's go.
But not even that. Like even if I'm like on pace for the transformation, but I'm just not getting kills or gold at a level that's okay, I'm like, if I went blue Kane, I'm like, we're gonna be here for a while, boys. Like it's rough, but Rengar's stupid and Diana's an assassin, right? She's broken.
Yeah, she's AP. She's broken. Echo's broken.
Yeah, I'm talking about AP assassins still seem good. LeBlanc doesn't seem that good.
She seems good if you're good at her. Otherwise, she seems really eh.
Yeah, but that's like numbers wise, she's not as good as like Diana. Like Echo can go like 2 rolls and pop off in either one.
You can go top lane too if you really want.
And it's true, 3 rolls. Elise is pretty strong in the jungle right now. I'm not gonna lie to you.
But she's less of an assassin now. She does good burst, but like. If you have any sort of tank, she really can't kill you that much.
That's any assassin though.
Yeah, but it's a lot less for a lot.
I mean, except like Echo and Diana, because they're like way overtuned.
They do.
Like...
Well, Echo does percent of your health.
Yeah, and also Echo like has like a 30% fucking damage amp, like, or like when you're below 30, he deals extra damage for no reason, and you just get popped. But like,
so what changes do you think we should bring to lethality items? Should we be buffing the lethality a little bit? Like that seems like the only option.
No, because I don't want to see
the AD doesn't seem to help.
Adding more AD won't help, but I don't think lethality items are weak because of like armor, right?
What do you mean not weak because of armor?
Or like what's lethality? It just gets rid of defensive stats.
It's basically flat armor pen like it used to.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like I don't feel like lethality is weak because it's not enough pen. It just feels like lethality. I don't know what makes it feel weak. I don't. Well, to be in my listen,
it doesn't get through targets as often.
Here's what I'll say, and why I think I'm struggling to answer this question. I don't play more than 1 AD assassin, and I don't play against many because they're so weak. Right? Like I just don't see I used to see Talon all the time in solo queue. It has been forever since I've seen a Talon because he feels really weak. I don't see a lot of the champions I used to see that were AD assassins, so like I just kind of don't know how to answer it, you know? Maybe adding lethality would help. I have no idea.
Because they took off a good bit of lethality on some of the items.
Get rid of the fucking
and they took off a lot of the move speed on the lethality, which is also a kind of a big hit to assassins. Because if you can't roam to catch people as often, it becomes a lot harder to do your job.
That's literally why Blue Kayn feels insane still, is because I literally got from like my blue buff, so like if I'm bot side of the map, from like my Gromper blue buff to like a bot lane fight in like under 5 seconds. Like you have Cloud, you have Yumu's, Moby's wall walk, like because if I'm Blue Kayn, I max my wall walk second, and you just shoot across the map, and it's like, oh right, like this is a 3v3, a 4v4. Oh, all of a sudden there's an assassin on top of our AD carry. Where did that come from? Right? That feels why like Kayn is good. That's also why Rengar feels good, because the ult with bush jumps, which are broken, you feel like you use your Yumus, you can get anywhere really quickly. Zed doesn't feel like that, right?
But yeah, I played a game of Zed where I was even doing pretty good, being able to kill most people in the game, and I'm still. It's like a 1 in 5 cast, and I'm trying to fight, and I still have to struggle to chase her down.
Yeah,
and it's
like you can still kill the AD carry if you roam bot, but like you're not killing top lane, right? Like you're not killing your enemy mid, the jungler or anything. So I'm not really sure, but move speed makes sense.
So lethality items probably need a little bit of a buff if you want AD assassins to be good, but we don't want AD assassins to be good.
No, I don't want to.
All right, let's talk about support items.
More free stuff, baby. Give everything to supports for no gold. Let supports pay 450 gold at the start of the game for a full build.
The only reason
four items, max boots, fucking already fully charged, 4-stack fucking warding item, and 2 pink wards for 450 gold supports only. That's a deal. That's a deal.
The only reason I'm okay with this change is because it makes it so that I don't have to yell at my supports to upgrade their damn item.
Yeah, I know. I'm kidding. I actually think that's an incredible addition, and it also, I like it because not only do you not have to yell at them to upgrade the item, as a support, you get a little more agency early game, because it's not like I have to buy this and then I have to buy a ruby crystal and combine them and I have to like rush into this. It's like I have to do. I go into an item. I go into like I first back Moby's, right? I first back like an ability to roam mid more effectively. I first back a defensive item if I'm fighting a lot in bot lane, and then I feel as the support way more impactful. Instead of having to spend $800 or 800 plus gold on a little bit of HP and the ability to ward. You do have to manage your quest, and I noticed that some supports are not the best at it. Certain items seem easier on average to charge than others, or to rush through. But if you can get into, like if you're on Targans or the Pauldrons one, you can get into a rhythm with melee cannon melee, then you can get through it in like 8-9 minutes. But you got to be like very focused. It is
a lot more important for the shields. Are they just both shields? I don't remember.
I don't know what the other one's called. I think one is called like Pauldrons when it's upgraded, but
I think that's the tank one? I don't remember. But the ones where you have to
execute AD. Well, I don't remember.
The ones where you execute minions are very, very gated. If you do not do the quest, you will not get wards for 12 minutes plus. Like,
yeah, and that's bad.
It's a problem. Like, you really need to get on your item really fast. And I feel like they did that because they also made it viable for ranged champions.
But, yeah, which was a great buff to Thresh. It was Steel Shoulder Guards as the other one.
So that means the balance between these two items is quite different. It is a paltry like challenge to do the Spell Thief one, like,
or the Spectral one.
You get it on your roams easily. I meant it in general. As like the Spell Thief
but you also like Spectral Sickle is not. It's just like the AD version of Spell Thieves. Yeah. So like, if you're playing a champion that can poke, you get it in like 8 minutes.
Like look at Senna. Senna stacks that thing's like nobody's business. You just keep going.
if you are on a execute one and you're not completely on top of your game, if you're not in the melee cannon, melee range, if your AD carry takes a couple too many CS, 10 minutes, 12 minutes, 13 minutes, if you're roaming a lot because you need to be, because you're like Thresh or Pike, jacks up the time, right? It goes way up. If you're Leona and you want to be mid or with your jungler, you're leaving money on the table and you're leaving vision on the table, which is really dangerous. But I don't know if they do, like you said, they feel kind of old, right? Like they feel it's like if I can take Spell Thieves or Spectral, like just do that. But on the champions, you take Steel Shoulder Guards or Relic Shield. It's like there's no way on earth I would take Spectral Sickle or whatever the fuck. What is it called?
Spell
I just
Thieves.
totally
It's just
Spell Thieves.
They kept Spell Thieves.
I know, and I just said it and forgot it. But I would not take Spectral Sickle or Spell Thieves on Leona ever in 100 million years. I wouldn't do it because it's just bad on the champion. It feels like. So then it's like, well, why am I playing like a tank support? But tank supports are good for other reasons. So I don't know. But
so they added regen back onto both of these sets. Onto the minion execute ones, they added health regen, and onto the spell activated ones, they added mana regen. I don't think this change was needed. A lot of people thought that these items were underpowered. The only change I think I would make is I would make it so that you can get the minion kill ones faster, because they seem so much more gated. Now I get that if you made it faster,
everyone would take them.
It's not that. It's that if you made it too fast, it would be too easy to stack it, and it would become a problem, and it would be a better option in general. But it just feels so out of balance between the two different classes.
Well, the reason it feels out of balance to me is because it's like it's the minion execute ones are like decision based. The other ones aren't, right? Like it is, you do not decide how much gold you make as Karma throwing a Q. You just hit them and get it. Whereas like you decide what minion you hit, or this lane state decides what minions you're capable of executing, right? So executing only casters, you're not getting that for a long time. You're not getting those wards for a long time, which means you have to basically be only getting melees and cannons. But depending upon the lane state, if you're Pike against Lux Caitlyn, you're just not walking up, right? Because you walk up, Lux Bind, Caitlyn trap, you're dead, right? Like if you're Leona, maybe you're a little tankier, you can do that, but still really risky. So like that's where it feels different, right? Like if they made it so like you just last hit a minion and like you just get a flat amount of gold, fine. But that doesn't really make sense. Like then does that flat amount of gold go to your AD carry, or do they get the full gold? Because if it's less than the actual melee minion, then you're just taking gold from your AD carry, which is really bad, right? So like it's like, what do you do? Because like that's why it feels so slow, is because it's the only one where you can use it suboptimally. The only way to suboptimally use Spectral Sickle or Spell Thieves is to just like AFK, right? But like just the nature of lane fighting and poking will grant them to you, you know.
I've had the idea that they should make it so the support items, like it takes more gold to get them done, but they also count assist gold.
Cucks Pike, because he doesn't get assists, he gets kills.
I mean, it should be done right around when you hit 6. Just saying. All right. Yeah, support items. They need a little evening out. All right. So let's talk about AD items.
Storm Razor, boys.
Right,
that slow is actually insane. Like this, what is the percent on the slow?
It's like 80% or something. It's obscene. It's like half second, 80% slow. So what they changed over preseason was I think they brought back Crit Cloak. They gave that 25%.
Crit Cloak was out of the game. Yeah.
They've removed Brawler's Gloves, kicked it over to TFT. Now they can
RIP to the Brawler's Gloves, gone but not forgotten.
And it gets you to have Crit Cloak in all of your Zeal items. So you have to buy Crit Cloak to upgrade it into Zeal, or you buy Crit Cloak to upgrade it into.
Okay, so the Storm Racer slows by 75%. for 0.5 seconds.
It's tilting. It's tilting.
A 75% slow? That item is not that expensive, dude. It's 3,200 gold total.
And
BF.
if you're not like Jinx, you build it first item.
Dude, I built it first on Jinx. I mean, I don't, but I would, right? Like,
it's not a bad option, but
no, it's not. And then, of course, the legendary build, Stormrazor, Crit Cloak. I'm level 9 and I can't not crit. I'm level 7 with a fucking 4 or 5 kills, a decent amount of farm, and every single one of my attacks is critting you for like an extra 100 damage.
I don't know why this item gives 25% crit, not
20. It's a lot. That extra 5% should be coming from the completed item. Because you don't lose anything. All you do is nerf that build, and it's dead. You gotta build a you nerf that build, and then you force people to like. So like, because rapid fire cannon, like all the Zeal items, the Zeal gives 25% crit, the cloak gives 25. So you're not getting anything. So make the 25%, like give it 20, or like give it 15. Make Zeal give it 20, and make the completed item give it 25. That way, there's like a clear progression from either 15 to 25 or 20 to 25 if you want to only have 2 steps. And that way, you don't have 100% crit without actually having to spend the reasonable amount of money.
It shouldn't be possible to fill your inventory with that much crit.
I mean, late game, you should be able to.
Right. No, I mean like.
You mean like early game, like the fact that it's like. The fact that it's like 14 minutes and I've got 100% critical chance, and I'm Caitlyn, my headshot crits the enemy mid laner for half their HP, you're dead, right? Like before these changes, and before that, like when the crit cloak was in the game, before they took it out and then re-added it, I had like, I forget, some like, I think it was like Saber or somebody, some AD carry, like high ranked AD carry, like released like a sort of weird Caitlyn build that got you 100% quickly, and it was super good because you could abuse it, but like she was the only one you could really do it on because she was the only one who would get both Zeal items. But now if I'm an AD carry that benefits from crit, why the fuck am I not building both Zeal items or both Courteous Shard, or all these Courteous Shard items, or a Phantom Dancer in there? Like, why am I not getting 100% crit just to like do dumbass damage? Why, if I'm a Aphelios, why am I not getting like 75 to 100% crit? So my flamethrower is super wide. So my fucking shurikens do a quarter of HP.
I didn't realize it made his flamethrower wider.
Yeah, when you crit on the flamethrower, it increases the width.
Right. Only on crit.
Yeah, but when you have 100% crit, it's insane. Like when you have 100% crit on Aphelios and you're on your flamethrower, you clear a wave in like 3 autos. Right? Okay. Like,
imagine the Veiled Scepter Q with 100% crit. It does double damage now. Like what? Mm-hmm. What the fuck?
If you flamethrower ult the enemy team and it bounces, and then you auto with your flamethrower, it does insane damage because it's just like you have like an you're just hitting everyone all the time. It's super broken.
I think the simple fix is what do you know what the crit cloak costs right now?
800.
800. All right, knock it down 100 gold and then make it 20. That's it. That's all you do. Now you have to build how many of them? Like 5 of them, and you have to take up 5 inventory slots to do that. You can't even build another item like that.
No, so the reason that would be good though is because it's instead of just rushing Cloaks of Agility, you'd have to finish the Zeal at least. Or like, yeah, so I agree with that.
And now we're in Zeal stacking and we're just playing Rammus and Dominion.
Yeah, but even if you like, I mean, that's why I was thinking, like, don't even give the 25% to the Zeal, give the 25% to the whole item. Because then you're just like making it a little more expensive to just stack 25%, but still like doable, still benefits. Just make it 25% on the completed Zeal items, 20% below it, because otherwise we just have AD carries at like 12 to 14 minutes, maybe sooner if they get ahead, just eviscerating mages, eviscerating poke supports, just popping people, dude. Plus, not only am I critting you 100% of the time, I'm slowing you for 75%.
Yeah, with Stormrazor.
with Storm Razor.
So I get 2 autos guaranteed.
It's really easy to energize it because I slow you, I walk, I auto, I walk, I auto, I walk, I auto. Everyone, like, it's gonna be procced a couple times in a fight, right? Like, you're getting slowed and crit every single like, you're not getting slowed every auto. You're getting slowed a lot, and you're getting crit every auto. That's crazy.
It's so much damage. I saw the change.
Honestly,
I saw the change to Crit Cloak, and I'm just like, I can just build 4 of those and have double damage now. Well, that's gonna be like a normal thing. And I'm
shocked it hasn't made Graves Jungle better.
I'm not, because you can't build like that on junglers.
I know, but like, dude, crit Graves is crazy in duels.
Right, but the problem is you need your jungle item. You need pink wards, you need boots. That's 3
there
slots.
There are a few junglers where like you don't actually have to upgrade your item, but I know what you mean.
Right, but you still need the smite slot.
Yeah, I know. You're right.
Like it's impossible.
Yeah,
to
no,
do it.
That's true.
You can build crit on him.
Do
which
people
is
do
good,
it on GP?
Yeah, no, I don't know. I haven't seen. No one plays Gangplank. Been trying for months to play Rise into Gangplank over and over and over again. No one plays Gangplank.
I feel like 100% GP early would be fucking crazy, and your Q procking Storm Razor is stupid.
I don't know how the interaction works. I haven't looked at Gangplank since
We'll
those
practice
changes.
tool after this.
Hang on. Let me just look at Gangplank's builds right now. I don't think it's that crazy.
No, I just mean like the slow beat would be good because you can just run them down and auto them, right?
No, it's nowhere on here.
Damn.
It's all Trinity Force still because you get more. Trinity Force gives you 100% of your base AD as damage, straight up, which is the exact same thing as having 100% crit.
Mm-hmm.
So if you build this and then 100% crit, you're pretty good. Now I do think that is probably the build. You build Trinity Force into Essence Reaver into IE into PD or IE again.
Mm-hmm.
But I haven't played GP in a while, and I'm just. It's hard to find builds for GP because GP he's got a lot of those weird breakpoints.
It is to ask you if you want to take us on home.
I think I will. I forgot to do this at the beginning of the podcast again, but I'll do it here anyways. The podcast is moving to its own dedicated channel. If you want to catch us there, it'll be linked down in the description. It's called Legendary Podcast. If you type in that full thing into the YouTube search, it pops up. Yep. Catch the VODs there. We go live on Twitch every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. That's it. Have a nice day.
Have a good night.